Hey, you want to hear some poems about ducks?
No.
Nah.
Nope.
Maybe.
Howdy folks, Grok the DuckFarmer here, and I'm on the FTOG Quantus server, hanging out here at the tree farm area in the mining world, just because I want a whole bunch of dark oak, so that's what I got going there in the background. And for some reason, we've got two lumber axes that we normally use. Flame On, that you can see stuck on the ground. That one will turn the wood into charcoal, and Arnie used to be inside the tool station there, and it's gone. Somebody probably did some chopping with it and kept it in their inventory and didn't notice, and it's gone. So I just made another one. Mine has cobalt or aluminum for the head and wood, so you can repair it. But I also put on 3 of the mending moss on there, so that as you chop and get the XP, this will auto repair. Oh, hey, and dark oak behind you grows. Anyway, so I'm gonna harvest me a whole bunch of that, and let's see how much is here. Oh, we got less than a stack of dark oak. I've got a stack of dark oak saplings on me, and I'm going to go ahead and start harvesting this. I went ahead and actually turned off my ring. Yeah, my ring's off because I don't want to pick up any of the stuff. I want it to just get auto-grabbed, but I do want the XP on here. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and chat a little bit about where I've been in the last week. And for those of you who don't care and want to go ahead straight to the more interesting buildy stuff that I'm going to do with the dark oak, then you can go ahead and press the button down at the bottom, or the link at the bottom. That should forward you past all the blah 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 that I'm going to blah. So they're all gone. Yep. Okay. So where have I been this last week? Well, good question. I had a 1,000-mile drive one way, because I went to pick up Niece the DuckFarmer from college. She was done with college, and so it was time to pick her up. And because she had enough stuff in her apartment, we went ahead and rented an SUV, because our little car wasn't going to nearly have enough room to bring her stuff. So we went ahead and a couple Sundays back drove 1,000 miles in one day to go to visit both Mrs. the DuckFarmer's mom and be close to where the niece is. And as it so happened, we arrived at my mother-in-law's place about 30 minutes before she called the ambulance to come take her to the hospital. Backstory: about 3 months ago, she broke her hip. She fell as she was walking down the stairs, and if you look at the femur bone, the one that connects to the hip, there's the ball joint socket that pops out. That little piece got broken, and so she had gone to the hospital, and they had put some pins in there to hold that ball joint in, some screws to hold that in place, and that was like almost three months ago. And she was getting pretty good. She was walking with a walker. She was able to get around. Wasn't tap dancing or doing anything like that. But she was definitely improving. And then the week before we arrived, she kind of went downhill. She started hobbling a little bit more. It was getting harder to walk with that. She was complaining because it started to get more painful. Near the end of the week, she could barely walk if she was in a wheelchair. Nope, come back here, food. Not you. She could barely walk in the wheelchair, and then she got to the point where she couldn't even walk in a wheelchair anymore, and she was lying there Saturday and Sunday, not even able to move. It was so excruciatingly painful for her. So as we're probably about 2 hours out, got the little text message from my sister-in-law who's there, and she was saying that she had convinced Mom to go into the hospital and figure out, okay, what's up with that? Because going from walking to intense pain and not being able to walk, bad deal. So we arrived, chatted with her for a little bit, and as long as she didn't move, she was okay. But as soon as she shifted any of her hip, her leg next to her hip, or anything like that, it was excruciating pain. So called the paramedics. They brought the ambulance, and they were saying, if you can get into the car, we could save you an ambulance bill. And we were going, we can't move her. It ended up taking 3 of the big burly paramedics to gently lift her up, put her into a stretcher, and get her into the hospital as they drove her off. And turns out that ball joint piece at the top of her hip bone, that had died and had kind of fallen to the side, and the 3 pins that were inside there were poking through into her hip joint itself, into the pelvis. And that was the cause of the excruciating pain. Anytime she wiggled her leg in any way, shape, or form, it was those metal pins scraping on the bone. Ouch. So, that was the problem. And so after, I think it was the next day, no, that was late. So I think it was the next day. So 2 days later, they managed to get her into surgery, and they did a hip replacement, a full hip replacement. And interestingly enough, with that hip replacement, they had her stand within 24 hours, which I thought, holy cow. But due to the nature of the way the hip joint was fixed on the bone, as well as the socket part, it could hold the weight much better than the previous pinned ball joint had been. So she's doing much better. So what originally was going to be just driving down and saying howdy to the fam and spending a whole bunch of time packing up the niece, ended up being a whole bunch of hours in the hospital, hanging out with the mother-in-law and making sure she was okay. Which, she's doing much better. She's in a rehabilitation center right now, getting a lot of good care, and they're going to make sure, probably over about the next month and a half, 2 months, that she's getting proper exercise, she's getting everything done there that she needs, so that she can heal up. Probably will be able to either walk with or without a walker, but shouldn't need to be like confined to a wheelchair or anything like that, which is really good. Her basement is getting converted so that it will be a walk-in basement. It's going to have kitchen and bathroom and living room down there, as well as a bedroom, because she's not going to be able to negotiate stairs while this is healing, and maybe not ever. It's once you break your hip, you really don't want to be worrying about stairs anymore. So that's what's been going on with the family, and while I was away for that entire week, I had my work laptop with me, so I was able to remote in and do work and be productive that way during the day. And then at night, I'd visit or go up and help get the niece packed. But that laptop, has a strict no games policy on it, so there's no way I could play Minecraft. I could jump into the Discord channel and chat with people, but I couldn't play any Minecraft in any way, shape, or form, which was terrible for me. I missed it terribly. But, oh, shit, who's shooting me? Oh, you, go away. Stinking thing. I guess I should sleep and get this gone. But anyway, I'm just going to go ahead and continue processing this. It looks like I picked up 2 of the saplings from the drop. I've been trying to stand back so I don't get those. And I was wondering whether or not this would repair fast enough. But it doesn't seem like it's repairing super fast. Here, let's ignore that. Let's go down to here. So 1504, 05. So with the repair 3 on it, every time it repairs at 5 durability, which is very nice, and it holds almost 1,000. It's like 900 experience. So there's, given time, this will repair fairly fast, but as you chop down this tree, it does chew out a fairly decent amount of durability off of the axe. But that's okay. I'm going to go over here and check and see if this will repair with sticks. Oh, yes, it does. So we get the benefit of getting experience. We get the benefit of it healing itself if as you're doing work, and we can repair with sticks, because why not? And that's taking forever. Anyway, I'm going to sit there and how much wood? There we go. It's almost exactly 9 stacks of wood that I've gotten from this. So I'm going to go ahead and finish doing this work. I still have about 2 stacks worth or 2 sets worth of the dark oak to do, and I will meet you back at the house because I'm going to be doing some work there at the base. I'm liking the overall structure here of the tower. Well, it's not tower, it's the base, and you know, it's broken up, but it's still too much same. It needs more different, and before I can put in windows and doors and balconies and all the cool stuff that breaks that up, I need to figure out floors on the inside, and that's why I was getting the dark oak, because I was thinking dark oak floors. You know, you got big bright white walls, and floors would be good. And saw this little bit over here. Yeah, Techno tells me that his decking isn't alabaster, and so I shouldn't be stealing it, and he gave me a couple little bits of alabaster here, because, you know, all of this is alabaster. His decking, you can barely see it in brown if I look out of the corner of my eye. All of a sudden, a big chunk of that decking was gone, and they're saying, what happened to it? Yeah, it's probably Grok hunting for alabaster. Well, no, I think it was a creeper. You know, you can see the top of that hill there is kind of dark. Yeah, I think it spawned, wandered down there, and went boom. So it wasn't me, but I'll definitely take the alabaster. In here, you know, yeah, that's the only way in at this point because the roof is all sealed up. This stuff all needs to go. I don't need it anymore. Well, I need the stuff, but I don't need this, the ground here anymore. This is going to be my ground floor. It works out nicely, you know, with this layer and here. So I need to go through and chew all this up. And then, let's come to my blue crate over here. Bump. I've got a whole bunch of dark oak here, so let's make some planks, because then I can come through and start saying, what do I want to do as far as floors? Well, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, it would be good to have a good, you know, a good height for a ground floor, and 5 kind of feels like something that's nice and tall. Then probably do a double floor, just because that makes it a little bit easier to hide things. Like if I embed some light into one of those, it doesn't necessarily shine from below. Or if I want it to shine from below, I can put, you know, a glowstone in there and not have it shine from above. So do we want another 5? Sure, why not? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that would go there. And, you know, I might be able to do several floors of 5 here. Let's see, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then it gets really tight. You know, that's a 3 high here. You know, that would definitely work for this area. I'm not sure how much I'm going to keep of the roof that would be seen from this floor. I might coat the inside with something, but that definitely right there gives me several floors. You know, I might bump that up by 2. You know, I'll have to play with it, but that definitely gives me some ideas. These other areas here are going to have even more floors. So, you know, I'm not worried about not having enough space if I make this only 2 floors in here. But I think 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's 4. I can count, yes. You know, if I made it 3 floors, I think it would still be okay. Not sure. I'll have to play with that, because we could definitely get at least 1 more floor here, possibly 2. That could be another floor up there. There's plenty of space in here, so I'm not worried about that. And the shape of this place is all guided by the general shape of this hill, which is now going away. So all my stuff here needs to stay, because I'm too bored and lazy to want to move all that. But everything else, all the grass and everything here, needs to say bye-bye. Hey, who's got 2 tools and knows how to dig out a hill? This guy. Let's take a look and see what I've done. This is a hillless hill. All the stuff kind of is giving you an idea as to where the hill used to be. And I find it interesting, you know, there's the bottom of the Tinker's smeltery. I hadn't really done much, some but not a huge amount, because I could only see the top part of that. There's the rail line going down to the Howler's Landing, and it's just kind of interesting seeing this lack of space. Well, this lack of hill now with a space. I did go ahead and build this mega torch just because I was tired of going around lighting stuff. And if we take a quick look, it's a slightly different recipe. For the pack, we decided to make it a little bit more expensive. So Evil Craft gemstone torches. This requires roots, the infernal bulb you get from the nether wart. There's blood magic, and there's some botania with some diamonds tossed in, because diamonds. So it's a nice magic level bit, and I've got lots of dark oak on me because I'm thinking floors. Yep. I went over here and I started playing with the chisel and looking at the different textures, and I like it. It's 6-bit or 16-bit due to the texture pack I've got, whereas that's 32, and I like the smoothness of 32. But since if I do all the floor with the same chiseled textures, it doesn't have to be the same one, but as long as they're all chiseled, they match very nicely. If I were to bring those two together, they're not quite gonna work. That's kind of orangier, and this is browner. So I'm thinking that wouldn't work too well. However, what I am thinking of doing is doing a quick laying out of the base here, as far as the floors are going to be, and just to kind of see how this breaks things up. It's really easy for me to go through here and chop this up. One more. To chop this up and give it some definition here. See, how is this working? Oh, nope, I need one more over here. Dink. What about over there? Nope, that's fine. And I'm looking at this, and I may just lose this piece. I'm not sure I care, about maintaining something there, but we'll see. All right. And I'm really pondering keeping this wall, just bringing this down as far as a difference between the two sides. One more. Nope, that'll do it. So this is too large of a place to have as a single room. I need to go in here and break this up so there's different rooms with different functions, hallways. That just blinds me with a burst of white. So that looks pretty good. This is going to get way dark, and that's why I'm happy to have the mega torch now. I do have my mob charm belt, so the likelihood of any mobs actually coming after me is pretty slim. I am missing creeper still. I would like to get almost out. Let's go ahead and get some more. And kitty cat is running on my desk. Why are you running around on my desk? I do like the color here. Let's go up a little higher so it's lighter. I am liking the contrast between the dark oak and the white walls, and I probably will go ahead and maintain that alabaster walls inside. I do like that contrast. Still not sold on the dark brown, or not brown, black. Yes, I know my colors. I'm still not sold on that as a roofing in here, so I may treat that with something else. But the other question then is, well, how do you get up and down? Stairs are very, very typical, but I'm thinking at this point, I really don't care enough to have stairs anywhere. I'm thinking instead elevators. I'm just going to go ahead and elevator everything, just because I can. It's not that bad of a deal. Sure, we'll just continue on through here. Why not? And that means you. All right, so let's make some elevators over here. And if we take a quick look, the Ender elevator has shift teleports. The thing I really like about it, it's got a great vertical range, but the things don't have to be lined up exactly horizontally. So I just drilled a hole straight through, so it can do. But what I do want can be activated by redstone. Oh, okay, cool. Power level of less than 8 goes up, and oh, That's cool. I wonder if I could set there and set it up so if I had a power of greater or equal to 8 going into it and I just walk on it, if that would automatically take me down. Ooh, that's kind of cool. Anyway, so a recipe for that, we need a bunch of this ender alloy. Now let's come over here, and that will give us a bunch of these elevators. And that's 16. I figure that would do me pretty well. And it also says you can hit it with some dye. So I'm going to do that too. So let's put you there and you there. Let's go up. You there. Hit you with some dye. Yep, you can see the brown. Let's go ahead and go down. And because once I hit it with the dye, it's no longer connect to the white here. And done. So up. Yep. Good deal. They do stand out, and there's no real easy way to stop that. But you know, there are ways of doing it. Let's grab some carpet. Not that I'm a big fan of white for carpets, but you can see that, you know, hiding it under carpet certainly works, and I'm a big fan of hiding these so, you know, you don't see it. Plus, you know, I want to have some textures around here to break this up. So that's where I was thinking of going around with my diamond chisel, because one of the things you can do with the chisel is, let's say, you know, I've got this one here already in. You can come around and say, you know, and you can chisel the things after the fact, and that's what I was looking at doing. You know, is taking the raw dark oak planks, building out the structure, figuring out the walls, and then I can come through and I can play with the textures, because you can. Whoops, one too many. Because you can see the different textures here. I like these different ones. I'm thinking this would make it a great hallway sort of. As long as it's east-west sort of hallways, those would look really good. You know, I really wish. Is there one? Let's see. It was this one large. I don't see another that's going the opposite direction. If there were, it would be fantastic if they had curves or if it did that. But I like this kind of vertical setup of planks. And then these I really like. This one has this is the smoothless, and so it really looks good. And then this one here has a few breakout bits. So let's go ahead and break out a bit. We'll do the same trick. No, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to do this. And let's swap you for that. And because now if we go badink and badonk, and you can see how there's a little bit of a subtle difference here. So if I did smooth as a basic floor, then I could come through and I could hit a few little pieces in between, and it gives just a little bit of a difference. You know, it's that same and different thing. That would work really well. And then maybe have hallways be something different than the rooms. I'm liking these two for rooms. Hallways may be like this vertical plank. You know, I could do parquet where I alternate. So, you know, this one goes here and here, and those ones go there and there. Let's take a quick look at that and see how that looks. I should actually get me a good axe, because I don't really have an axe at this point. I've got a lumber axe, which, you know, that's fine and dandy and all that, but it would be better to have something that would allow me to chew things up very nicely. Oh, I did this wrong. This one should be here, and that one should be there. Okay, but you kind of see what I'm looking at. They don't look too good next to each other, and so this one would go here. Yes, I can build. Yeah. See, this I kind of like. You get this little. It's the same texture, they're just rotated, and so that would give a nice little texture for floor in a hallway. Yeah. So this could be hallway material, and then this would be room material. I'm kind of liking that. It's going to mean a lot of chiseling, and I figure I don't want to waste diamonds if I don't have to. So what I can do is I can come over here to my EvilCraft area, and I can repair stuff, and I've been doing that with my chisel. I have this chisel that I've used, and I've never made a second chisel. How are you relevant? Yeah, see, this is repairing up very, very nicely, and it just uses blood, which I get out of my blood network from blood magic, so I've got gobs and gobs and gobs. Now, the drawback is occasionally as you're repairing stuff here, you'll get a bad spell. In this case, it didn't need to. This thing, though, you can see all these breaking and vengeances. There's a lot of bad spells on that, so let's take that out of the way, grab you, and what you can do is you can just drop this chisel, and it's weird that you got that 0 of. I don't get it, but that went ahead and got rid of some of those spells. It's hard to see. Is there enough blood in there? Yeah, I can do 3 dispellings, and then I can just hit it with some more blood, and it'll just continue to dispel all those bad spells that are on there. Oh, it did two buckets worth, because this holds 3. 1, 2, and oh, okay, that looked to me like there were 4 dispellings on it. So this will take a while for me to go ahead and dispel all the badness on here, but the end result will be, see, it says it's in my inventory, but it's actually yeah, I don't know. But this is just blood, and what do I care? So I'm going to go ahead and clear this off because I need to do a bunch more chiseling. I'm going to lay some floors and set up some rooms and get some structure on the inside of my building. At least the what wing is that? That's the south wing. And more work has been done. So I started doing a little bit of work on the interior just to outline some walls, and I decided to go with the alabaster. And continue with the dark oak here, and had fun with, you know, inserting some glowstone as accents, and here it's light. These other ones don't do light. I think it's not enough glowstone to make it happen, but that's okay. It's working out fine, and got lots of chests here, mainly just for look, but, you know, hey, there's plenty of storage there as well. And then the last thing I want to do is come through here, and I want to put a light in here, so I think I'll do it right here. Let's grab that, move you out of the way. So we've got glowstone that will light this area up. F7, yep, looks really good. And then we'll do the carpet thing here. And, you know, I don't like that center. I may look at getting like a white or something else, or gray for the center, because I kind of like that pattern, but with something else here. The other thing, well, let's just put that in there for now. The other thing I want to do is I want to play with the planked. There we go. So these are all the same, and then if I come in here, I can just hit a little bit of randomness to, you know, let's hit the spot there. It's very subtle, but I like it. It breaks up the planks a little bit, and it works well. It really does. So this, I think, is the second. Let's see. Yep, there. So yeah, that's the very top, and you can see I've closed off the walls a little bit. Been playing with a little bit of stuff for leading out. And so let's go out and take a quick look and see what I'm talking about. I was saying that this was too flat and too boring, so I wanted to change that up. So we've got smaller windows, bigger windows, a central window with a flanking piece, and then these little tiny bits here. So I'm thinking that would be good to have as a balcony sticking out, and then these would be glassed in. So extra stuff that I get to play with and see what to do. This is going to take a chunk of time, and I'm okay with that. I'm just having fun playing with having different looks here, stuff that will break up this wall. And now that I've got, pretty much going to stay with these, I like the way that looks. Then I can go through and start playing with the different brick pieces, so it's not the same alabaster. It'll have some plain white, some pavers, some other types in there, just to break it up a little bit. So it's the same sort of material but different look. And we're gonna have a platform coming out, glass, stuff like that. And then we can also look in and see stuff going on inside these rooms. So yeah, that's what I'm looking at doing, and it seems to be working. A little bit of reorganizing, moving stuff over, mainly just here. Let's drop down. Hey, drop down. Thank you. Just mainly moved that over to there, and that's pretty much it. Just to kind of clear out the space. Oh, the farm area was up here, and now it's all stuffed over there. So I got to figure out where I want to move the farm, because I still want to keep some of that, specifically the spinach and mushrooms, because I want to make sure I have plenty of stuff for making beef Wellingtons. Because I'm thinking culinary generators may be a way to go for power. But that's for a different episode, because right now I think I am pretty much done. Let's fly back up to where it looks pretty over here. Alrighty, that works. So we'll spin around and sign off, because yeah, I'm got floors going on, at least on this wing, and get a little decoration, get some things set up. All the stuff that's way over there, I'm gonna move over into this wing, so at least there's storage space over here, something that looks much better, and have a little organization in my life. What's not to like about that? Anyway, this has been Grok the Duck Farmer here, playing on the FTOG Quantus server and getting some base stuff done, because it's important. Thanks for watching. Bye.